Hello there YouTube, welcome back to Final Fantasy Countup. We're actually approaching the end of FF2 now. I think I've got one dungeon, maybe two, left to do. And as much as I've had a bit of a struggle bus with this game, I have taken some stuff out of it. Like I've gained some new favourites in Minwu and Layla. Mainly because there's a lot of favourites I have in the Final Fantasy franchise. But it's been good so far. Like I'm glad that I've played through it. So obviously, before I get started on any video or anything like that, I obviously shout out one of my patrons from Patreon every time I release a video or series of videos. And today that person is going to be Strike Noir. So you've been a patron of mine for a little while now, so just wanted to extend a massive thank you to you. And therefore, I think we're going to get started. So, last we checked, we just got the airship. So I think it's actually Palamecia that I'm going to now. But that is right when... Yeah, no, I do. It must be quite weird for a lot of my stream audience to see me talking, like addressing YouTube, but I try to make it like as clean as possible. Now, if in theory, that's Palamecia. Ah, I'm right. I'm right. Excellent. So now I have to actually just go through and push through it. I'd say that like I've enjoyed parts of this game. Like I said, I really like some of the characters, but there's a lot about this game that I'm less keen on. Let me turn this down a little bit because it's a bit loud for me. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I was spamming Ultima, wasn't I, to try and get that going. And haste. Because you had... Oh no, you've been using Flare and Holy. You've been using haste. You've been using Ultima. And you don't have any magic, so... It is what it is. But yeah, no, I've only got one name so far. Thank you very much for the resub there, Ferntendo. It's very kind of you indeed. Ultima's starting to do some damage, which is nice.
Thanks for the entertainment.
Ow! What was that? Over 1,000 damage. Yes, yeah, but Omnia has been nicer to me recently. Sadly, the same cannot be said for the other mobile games I play. Record Keeper and War of the Visions were not the nicest to me, sadly. Hi there, Ivan, how are you? Hello, Dust Dragon. How are you as well? Yeah, so poor old Flare's just not doing a lot at all. Stop. Is that going to hit my whole party? No, none of them. That's what I like to see. Thank you. Am I feeling better? A little bit, yeah. Like I had a bit of a rough couple of days before this, but it's okay. Thank you very much for the host, Ford. So you're always there to host for me on a Friday night. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. I'm actually just going to attack with Maria because it's actually just stronger. But yeah, I think it's definitely a lot better today than it has been. Oh wow, Poison dealt some damage. What are my thoughts on Rain and Laswell? I really like them. I think they're great characters. I'd like to see them in more stuff, honestly. I like them. Particularly Laswell. I have an affinity for Laswell. I rather like him. No, flee. Ultima again, because it dealt damage. Past that, just, it's been more relaxed, actually, recently, so... Possibly. Who knows? I'm not one for conjecture, so I don't know. Maybe. Let's cure Maria back up, because she needs it. Oh wow, so that's a lot of enemies right there. We'll have to deal with them as best we can. Ultima. Which deals a lot less damage if it's spread. Like a lot less. Well, at least we can deal damage with them. That's good. Oh god, that can't be good. There's some really good ones. To be honest with you, like I said before, there's a lot of aspects about this game that aren't fantastic, but there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff to like. There's a lot of stuff to like. Like I said, I've gained. Yeah, apparently they're really not, are they? Yes, I'm very well, Snow Arisato. How are you? Yeah, single target spells do significantly more. But the thing that I think that I have enjoyed about this game is some of the characters that I didn't perhaps pay enough attention to before. And I think that the game mechanics are interesting, if not my favourite. The things I don't like about this game are how random a lot of it is and how many enemies you have to face at once. Also, the dead end rooms. I could do without those in future games, please. Like, those are just not good. Oh, I got the Platinum for Resident Evil 3 Remake. I actually really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you did too. Yeah, we're going to keep leveling Flare and Ultima. Scourge and Ultima. It's not a particularly difficult one as long as you've gained, like when you start getting, like, the medals on it and everything for Resident Evil 3, it becomes significantly easier. That was all fine. Hiya, Fenrir, how are you? Oh, okay, that's a trapdoor. Down to the first floor. So I'm guessing I now need to climb back up. Ooh, diamond, that's got to be a thing. Oh no, they're all strength buffs. No, we want to keep those. We'll go around this way. I really like the remake. I mean, the trouble with the remake is that it's not FF2. It's not Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was so good that Resident Evil 3 was a hard act to follow, but it's still a decent game. Oh, you've been doing Omega on FF Record Keeper. Yeah, Record Keeper enraged me slightly, I will admit. And it definitely affected me a little bit. And Ultima. Yes, I sort of like I've avoided all of the demo and everything for Resident Evil 8, and I didn't watch the showcase for it or anything because I thought, Joe, I'd like to kind of keep away from it until the game's released. I think I prefer that. At least I'm just still doing some damage. Yeah, like, well, yeah, I had very, very... Well, don't rub it in. I didn't get it, so don't rub it in. I'm already down a lot. Sadly, my Opera Omnia luck recently has not been reflected in the other games I play, but I suppose, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'll be able to stream. I'll be streaming on Monday. Although Beatrix apparently had her last laugh again. Apparently my gems weren't enough for her, and she actually ended up taking some of my real money as well because my videos for her got demonetized, which was great because of the ending music I used for her. So apparently I need to be more careful with that kind of thing, but it's so hard to know which ones you can and can't use. But that was not a fun surprise, I'll tell you that for free. Yes, it should be on Monday. Yeah, not great. Not great. Well, I'm not playing FF7 Remake on my Countup, so I'll be playing the original. The reliance on items I find in the early Final Fantasy games is kind of annoying. No, I think it was Rose of May. I think it was Rose of May that caused it, which is sad. I think it's both Rose of May and her battle at Sword of Doubt. I think both of them caused it. But it's one of those things that, you know, it happens. It's crap because it's like, oh god, you know, how am I going to afford this, that, and the other? Because you can't control it. You can't do anything about it. Once it's done, it's done. Oh wow, those have a lot of health. But you know, lesson learned. I'll do the best I can to avoid any minefield in the future. The trouble is that that's just as bad because any arranged music is developed by another person as well that can also claim copyright on you. So it doesn't really work either way. Oh yes, it is, isn't it? The ice brand. I didn't even think of that. I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm just gonna pretend that I do. Very difficult to do that every time I release a video, because I release a video once every couple of days. But no, and I have the correct like disclaimer text and things like that. I have the correct disclaimer text. I make sure I do everything by the book, so that's why I'm like, I'm happy to just play by the rules, and if that's the way that it goes, that's the way that it goes. I'll just know for next time. But I'm very, very careful with that. And I've actually asked, I've asked permission from the company for a lot of the music, and it's been given to me before, so, you know. I mean, I'll just continue to do what I'm doing. It should be fine. It was just that there's been one or two where I was just like, oh. But, like I said, how would I have known? Oh, these golems are annoying. Anything cool for the weekend? I'll probably make a video tomorrow. Past that, not really. There's not a lot I can really do. Because they've they held a what do you call it? They held a press conference today for the UK, and it's still looking pretty rough. Like, we're not coming out of this anytime soon. That's on Monday now, not today. I didn't end up sending it in for MOT today. It's going to be on Monday. Yeah, it's not great. It's just one of those things, though. It's like we just have to deal with it as best we can. There's nothing anyone can do about it. That's a dead end. Oh, let's get rid of this Black Knight first. Do a film review of Advent Children. Doing that kind of thing is very difficult. You can't, because again, it all comes down to licensing. So you can't really do that. You can cast Curing yourself, you can cast Ultima, and you can just attack. Because if I can get Ricard's damage up, then sure. And I'm casting Ultima as much as I can because I can get it leveled as much as I can for the final dungeon. Let me just crack some ethers, I think. But I think, like, part of the reason that I'm really pleased about the fact that I've done as much with streaming as I have is because, like, mental health is a very important thing in general, and it's helped me a lot. Like, you know, because, yeah, I never expected it to end up going well or anything. I kind of was just like, I need to do something, otherwise I will go crazy. No, you do get Leon eventually. You get him for the final dungeon. I've only got one FF3 name, and it's for any character of choice. So I've got one. but it's not for anyone in particular. No, not for this one. I won't. Mainly because I won't be. I won't be going through too much of each game purely because I've got to try and get to the next one. We have 15 games to play through, and we're what, 2 months in since I started this? Faith is the name that I've got so far. But yeah, like I think that it's like we've got to get through as many of these as we can. Like I said, we're 2 months in, and we're on game 2, nearly 3, and these are the short ones. So, well, the idea is to try and get as far as we can before 16 comes out. And yes, well, it's the Steam version of 3 that I'll be playing. I could play the original 3 and make my life a lot easier, but I would rather play the DS remake or Steam version because it'd be more fun. And it'll be the same for FF4 as well, because I'm sure lots of other people have done the PSP one, and I would rather do the DS version. Oh, that was a letdown. He ran away. Thunder Spear. Oh, is that going to be stronger than the Flame one? Oh, it's not Emperor. Well, that didn't do a lot. Imperial Shadow, that's the thing. Oh, well done, Maria. Nicely done. Miss. All the misses. So just try fire then. Haste. In fact, I'm a bit worried about this guy, so I'm going to cast. Try Shell, and... at the point of the game that we're at, no, he is not, I'm afraid. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, that's some damage. Are you going to get any hastes this time? You've hasted yourself, that's a start. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, 2 and 3 don't get a lot of attention, so I'm looking forward to playing that. I mean, it hurts. He also doesn't take a lot of damage, so I'm relying on Firion to do some damage here. Well, Firion and Guy. Just gotta keep spamming that Ultima. My first was technically FF7, but it's actually 8. Oh, brilliant. We're one of these bosses. Okay, you only took out Ricard. I can live with that. I can live with that. I played 7 when I was very young, and I thought it was terrible because I didn't understand. That's true, actually. I could try the Blood Sword. That might work. No, it won't, because this guy I think is undead, so I think it does the opposite. I think it does the opposite. I mean, I could try it. I mean, it depends if he's going to kill my party. Which he doesn't, thankfully. Well timed on the Phoenix down, actually. Nicely done, Maria. Cast Cure, because you haven't got an awful lot else to do. Better. Yeah, no, the first one I played was 7 and I didn't understand it, like, I just didn't get it. And then I saw the trailer for, or the intro to Final Fantasy VIII on a screen in Electronics Boutique, which was the game shop at the time. And thought I have to have it. I have to have this. This is the prettiest game I've ever seen in my life. Cross for that. And I just loved it. And then I went back and played 7, and I really liked it. And then 9 was the first one I was like properly excited for. Yeah, rip EB. Exactly that. So no, but 9 was the first one I was properly excited for, which is why I think 9 is my favourite, and why it holds, because that was the first one like I understood what I was doing with it. I really need to teach Ricard a spell of some kind. Yeah, there you go, it's changed look. Scourge hasn't changed yet, but Scourge does a lot of damage to this guy. Yeah, let's have a little cure, shall we? Well, your cure's rubbish. In fact, you might as well just eat the Furion. I've noticed. But yeah, the more I use Ultima, the more it will level up, so... The leveling system in 2 is odd. It's odd. But, as many people who have been watching my stuff for a while knows, Final Fantasy is not my primary love when it comes to video games. It's not. I hate to say it. I have a lot of other favourites. Oh, that's what I was going to check. I was going to check the Thunder Spear, wasn't I? That was stronger. Significantly so. Oh, and it's a better shield as well I've got. Castlevania is one of them, certainly. Castlevania is a big one for me. But Zelda is also a big one for me, as is Street Fighter. I mean, what is the optimal leveling system for FF? I think FF10-2 is one of them. Dawn of Sorrow is actually my favourite. Street Fighter is a big one for me. Like, if I have gaming tattoos, and none of them are from Final Fantasy. No, none of them are from Final Fantasy. Well, when we're done with Countup, they'll probably know which. We'll probably know where we're going from that anyway. I like a lot of them, to be honest. I'm also a massive Metroid fan. Huge Metroid fan. There you go, took the words right out of my mouth there. Love Metroid. Absolutely love it. Oh god, I'm so lost. I like Tekken. I like Street Fighter more. Yeah, I like most of Nintendo's franchises. Like, I'd love for them to release a new F-Zero. I tried Bloody Roar, like, when I was a kid, it was fun. Like, when I was a teenager, I was like, eh. Yes, I have destroyed, I have gooped, gagged, obliterated, and destroyed Bloodstained. Absolutely loved it. Just for the sake of leveling haste up. Really? You think so? I think it looks like a cheap knockoff of 14. I don't think it looks very good at all. Hollow Knight is also fabulous. Love that game. Absolutely love Hollow Knight. To be honest, people who watch these on YouTube probably sit there and listen to me list my favourite video games pretty often. But if I had a top 10 game... If I had a top 10 games, I think only one of them would be a Final Fantasy game. Honestly. And it would be 9. Possibly... Yeah, it would be 9. My number 1 is A Link to the Past. Always will be. Always has been. It will never change. Number 2... Ooh. Have I played any of the Breath of Fire games? The first one. The first one I have. Well, I'm hoping that, like, this experience of doing the Countup will change it. I played the first one, like I said. I've played the first Breath of Fire. I haven't played any of the others. I played it on the Game Boy Advance. It's alright. Nothing major. I love A Link Between Worlds as well, but I grew up on A Link to the Past. And that game will never not be my favourite game ever. Never. Then... Vagrant Story, I think, been number 2. But I don't ever want to play it again. I know that sounds bizarre, but I have no desire to play that game again. Purely on the back of the fact that it's got its place in my memories, and that's where it needs to stay. Does that make sense? Like, I think if I played it now, I would, like, be too concerned about playing it perfectly and playing it, like, to the best of my ability, and I don't want to do that. I think I just want to kind of know what it was, know how much I enjoyed it. Ow, by the way. Ow! What is with these guys? I think that a lot... Because the thing is, I think in this day and era, and this is why you'll never see me stream some of my favourite games... no, that's fine, Fenrir. Thank you very much for popping in. This is why you'll never see me stream some of my favourite games, because I think that people are too caught up on playing things optimally to actually enjoy them. And that upsets me a little bit. It's like, Christ, these guys hurt. Because I'm like, enjoying something shouldn't be stressful. And I think that people make it stressful. I haven't played Xenogears, no. I've played Xenoblade and I've played Xenosaga. I know they're all completely separate, but whatever. I've never played Xenogears. But they're all made by the same people, though, aren't they? No, Xenogears was made by Square. Xenosaga was made by... Or they might have all been made by the same people, but published by different people. Because Xenosaga was Namco. Xenogears was Square. And Xenoblade is Nintendo, obviously. But I think they were all made by the same people. I could be completely wrong on that. So to any Xeno anything fans, I will apologise. Well, no, you can play a game casually as many times as you want. There is no only thing left to do on it. That's where I disagree. Because I think there's like, you don't have to destroy a game to enjoy it. You can just enjoy it for what it was. A friend of mine, actually, and it's a very good point. There's a good friend of mine who will play Street Fighter on medium difficulty, just the single player, and he enjoys himself every time. And honestly, I'm a little jealous of it. I think it's great that he can do that. Not necessarily. I think it's each. Sometimes, like, seeing something you've seen before, I think sometimes there's a comfort to that. So I don't think I agree with that. I think it's a case of each to their own. Like, if you feel that way, absolutely. I'm also the same to a certain amount. Oh my goodness, Tequila Shots, thank you for the massive raid. Hello there, raiders. Thank you very much. Did you have a nice stream, Tequila Shots? Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to anyone that's just come along. Thank you very much for the follow, Avelia. I'm actually very close to my next follower goal, so that's actually very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Hey there, how are you doing? Thank you very much for the follow there, Tourette's Plo. You're actually joining us at a good time, because we're getting towards the end of this game now. Well, towards it. We're not quite there yet. Hello there, Miss Rogue Flame. How are you? But yeah, we're just talking about, like, our favourite games and, like, the ways in which people enjoy them. And I find it very interesting because everyone likes to do these things in a different way. Like, I've not played FF2 for many years. So I've forgotten a lot of what I enjoyed. And what I didn't, obviously. Oh, you're out of MP again. So I think that the fact that if you leave a game for a long while, you can actually like learn to enjoy it from a fresh mindset again. It's difficult and it's rare, but it can happen. Oh, a preemptive strike, that's good. Right, poison damage. Actually, no, I want you to cast haste. You need to level that. You can cast Ultima again, and you can just do what you do, because you're going to be leaving my party fairly soon anyway. What were you streaming? Well, feel free to tell us what it is anyway, Dust Dragon. I'm curious to know from everybody, who likes what. FF2 is a bit of a struggle bus, but I'm glad that I've played it again. Like, there's stuff from this that I can take away that I've enjoyed, and now I can, like, approach it with a different mindset, because I've enjoyed the experience of playing through FF1 and 2, kind of with my stream audience, with all of that kind of stuff, and it's just nice, honestly. But yeah, what is everybody's favourite game in the chat? Let's talk about your favourite games. Are you doing some 14? Nice. Ouch. Okay, we're going to need to cure you up. Borderlands and Subnautica. I think, like, on the track of games like Borderlands, like lootathons and stuff, I have a real fondness for Diablo. I've played Diablo games since I was very young. No, there's no point in you curing. You're just rubbish at it. FF14 and Darkest Dungeon. Oh, if you are all here from FF14, do bear in mind that do note that I do stream FF14 every Sunday morning as FF14 and Chill. So, just thought I'd throw that out there for anyone who perhaps was interested in following if they haven't come here before. Persona, Metal Gear 3, and FF13. Okay. Yeah, Diablo 2 is in my top 10, I think. Diablo 2 is in my top 10. I like 3, it's not 2. What else is there that I really love? Phantasy Star Online, that's got to be in there. Don't, CPL, I've been playing through Dragon Quest XI recently. That game is so good. So good. I say recently, I reviewed it a couple of months ago, but it's so good. Thank you very much for the follow, Miss Rogue Flame. I'm glad that you've followed, because I'd love to join you on your FF14 streams. I used to really like Destiny. But I got bored before Destiny 2 came out. Why would you be hated for Zelda and Fire Emblem? They're great games. I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, personally. Thank you very much for the follow, CPL. I love 11. I really love 11. I also have a fondness for... Does anyone remember Dragon Quest? Or in my... Like, when I was a kid, it was Dragon Warrior Monsters. And I loved it. It was on the Game Boy Color, I think? Either the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. And I loved it. Ah, here we are. See, I've not played through 8, and I really should. I know I should. Oh, it's so good, Tequila. DQ 11 is so good. I've cried twice at that game. I don't know how many of you have played DQ 11, but Rab. I don't know why I need to unequip Ricard. He's not got anything that I really need, and, like, I'm near the end of the game anyway, so if he takes some of my equipment, I'll live. His armor's not as good as what my other characters have. Sylvando is the best character ever. I love him. He is my spirit animal. Okay, I think it's time for a quick heal up and save. I love that Maria is my, like, bruiser. It just makes no sense. Check the left-hand side. Okay, noted. Let's go down this way. Yeah, adore Sylvando. Okay. I think that my biggest issue with this game is that there are too many enemies all at once. They just throw, like, groups of 8 or 9 at you, and you're just like, whoa, okay. Thank you very much for the follow there, Sir Stephen. Just 20 follows away from my next goal. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, Hellfire. and wind flute. And those are the flutes that... Okay. And... Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, weirdness. Anything else? Ripper. Yep, just 20 follows away. And Hellfire I must have already had at least one of. Yeah, I have. It's just... Oh, it's a Firestone. Okay, so there's nothing major. Nier Automata, I'd say, was my second favourite game of the PS4 era. And Ipsilo as well, thank you very much indeed. Actually, while you're here, in fact, if you're all FF14 players, I'd love to know, like, I'm trying to think of what I want to do on stream on Sunday, actually. I'm in the midst of levelling a couple of jobs, but I think people have seen me level jobs before, like, plenty of times. So I'm like, I wonder what there is. Oh, we're nearly finished with Omega, actually. We can go through and do the rest of Omega. Just because I've never done it before. By the way, if any of you are on the Omega data center, by the way, then feel free to add me. If you would like to know my name on there, I'll type it into the chat for you. Slime Rancher I've seen. What do I like to play? I am a White Mage main, but I'm currently leveling Dragoon and Summoner Scholar. Could do some maps, I like the maps, actually. I haven't done them in a while. I'll try and see if I can get some people together to do that, actually. I'll mention that. Like, I have an FF14 section in my Discord chat, by the way, so like, feel free to type into that if you'd like to. And there's a link to that just down below, if you're not already on there. I've never played Summoner before, but I'm kind of loving it. Aha! Not too bad, thank you, Luca. How are you? Well, somebody bought me the book, the leveling book for Summoner Scholar for Christmas, and I'm like, okay, cool. I've been thrown into a level 70 character that I know nothing about, but it's kind of fun. Power, sheer power. The Imperial throne is mine. The weak cannot survive without the strong to control them. How many lives did the rebels throw away when they chose to oppose the Empire? Oh. Demon Emperor! Still trying to buy a plot. Oh, I feel your pain, CPO. I've done that before, where I'm like, where I've had to sit there and wait for a plot to become available. I've done it as well. It's in Myst, funnily enough. Delusions of grandeur do not become you, though I find the thought of you as Emperor quite deliciously absurd. It ends now. The world can have but one Emperor, and I am he. Yeah, like, with Summoner, you're just pressing buttons constantly. You're alive? What are you? Not that it matters, the Empire is mine now. I have no intention of handing it over. The Empire? Ha, I have no need for such trifles now. All the world shall fall by my hand, and the powers I gained in hell, and your blood will be the first to spill. Call the Wyvern, you can use it to escape. Ricard, what are you doing? Oh, no, 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 no! Not another one! Not another one! You may have a little trouble spilling the blood of Ricard Highwind, last of the Dragoons. Pathetic insect, I will enjoy making you rue those words. May the spirits of the Dragoons lend me their strength. Ricard. Yep. Oh, dear. F. F in the chat for Leo, for Ricard. F for Ricard. There's another casualty. This game is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh, this would be Pandemonium. Joseph was ages ago, love. And now we've got the final party. What happened? You're the Dark Knight. I didn't realise quite how important a character Hilda was until recently. Like, I knew she was in it a lot, but I didn't realise like quite how much she was in it. Joseph, Minwoo, Sid, Ricard, all dead. There you go. We can screen cap that. Because that is this game all told. Have they forgotten anybody? No, that is just... Yeah. That is everybody, I think. I don't know how much more I can take. While the Emperor lives, more will die. Claire. Claire! Leon! Yes, at least Layla lived. The Dark Knight, a rebel. I leave this decision to you. Let's fight the Emperor together, please. Alright. She's like, yeah, alright. Very chill. Right, what's he got? Flame sword. Oh, I'm sure we can do better than that. But what are his best gear? What's his best gears? I mean, he seems like he's quite good with all of them. Ice brand. Oh, we can give him an ice brand as well. Oh yeah, that's true. You can check it, can't you? Oh, axes. Oh, I could give him an axe. Because then he's not fighting with Firion for swords. Yeah, let's give him an axe. Oh, he actually has two. He's dual wielding the rune axes. Yeah, because then I've got someone who can actually use the rune axe. That makes sense. Giant's gloves. Hello, Wuton. How are you? Giant's gloves over diamond gloves. No, I'll keep the defense. He has 0% evasion. Yeah, well then we'll have to make sure that he's got some tankiness to him then. Well, I think that's a great point for us to leave this portion in terms of the YouTube section. So if you are joining me on YouTube for this particular part of the playthrough, thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So thank you very much and I'll see you shortly.